Being misunderstood is not a sign that you are wrong. It never was. But you started treating it like one. Every polite nod that said I support you while meaning I do not believe you. Every conversation where you laid out the plan and watched the eyes across from you go carefully blank. Every moment someone smiled and said good luck while privately expecting you to come back to earth. You read all of it as evidence. You filed it away. And slowly, without ever making a conscious decision, you started editing yourself, pulling back the parts of you that made other people uncomfortable, lowering the volume on the thing inside you that was never meant to be quiet. You started shrinking to fit inside rooms that were never built for you. That stops here. Listen, the people who did not understand you were not seeing the truth about you. They were seeing the outer boundary of their own experience. There is a difference between those two things. That difference is everything. Think about that moment. The last time you sat across from someone you trusted and laid it all out. The vision, the plan, the reason you wake up early and stay up late when nothing has arrived yet. You watched their face as you talked, the careful nod, the eyes that flickered with something that was not quite belief. That particular silence that falls when someone has decided not to argue but has also decided not to agree. You drove home that night replaying every word, wondering what you said wrong, wondering if you could have explained it better, framed it differently. And underneath all of that wondering, the real question, if they cannot see it, is it really there? That doubt was not your instinct speaking. That was loneliness wearing a borrowed coat. Because here is what was actually happening in that room. You were describing a place they had never been. A version of your life that exists right now only inside your mind. The human brain cannot believe in a destination it has never stood inside of. You are not failing to communicate. You are speaking a language that requires the destination to be reached before it can be understood. Waiting for their understanding before you move is waiting for permission that will never arrive. You cannot afford that wait. You never could. Understand this. Every person who ever built something worth remembering was misunderstood first. Not some of them, all of them. Without exception. Picture this. Vincent van Gogh sold exactly one painting in his entire lifetime. One. While he was alive, the people around him did not see genius, they saw instability. Someone who could not function inside the normal structures of a normal life. The work the world now calls irreplaceable was, during the years he was making it, largely invisible. He kept going anyway. Not because he knew the world would catch up, he had no way of knowing that. He kept going because the work demanded to exist, because stopping would have meant becoming someone he was not. The pattern that ran through his life runs through every life that has ever meant something. Understanding always arrives late. The misunderstanding always comes first. That is not a warning. That is confirmation you are somewhere new. Look at your life right now. You are describing a place they have never been. They have no reference point. No way to place what you are doing inside the world they already know. So they reduce it to the nearest familiar thing and explain why it will not work. They measure your ceiling against their own. They use their own fear as a ruler and call your vision reckless. Their ruler was never meant to measure you. Their doubt is not a map of reality. It is a map of the edges of their own experience. And you have been reading the wrong map. This is where most people get it wrong. You are not confused. You are surrounded by people who cannot see. What they believe about where you are going has no power over where you actually arrive. Their inability to see the destination does not move it 1 inch further away. You have been treating their confusion as a verdict about your life. It was never a verdict. It was never even close. A verdict requires the judge to understand what they are ruling on. They did not understand. Case dismissed. So here is what changes now. You stop offering your vision to people who are not equipped to hold it. Not out of arrogance, not out of bitterness, out of respect for what the work actually deserves. Your dream is not a debate. It is not a proposal sitting in front of a committee waiting for approval. It needs to survive you, only you. That is the only vote that matters right now. Let them wonder. While they are deciding what is possible, you will be making something that answers the question better than any conversation ever could. The only argument that permanently ends doubt is a result, not a better explanation. A result, something solid, something that exists because you kept going when they thought you should have stopped. Every day spent explaining is a day taken from building the thing that needs no explanation. Stop explaining, go build it, in the early hours when no one is watching, in the long quiet stretches no one will ever see or credit you for, until the day it becomes impossible to ignore. That is where the real work lives. Go live there. One more thing, nobody tells you what happens after you stop needing their approval. It does not feel like victory at first. It feels like a door closing, like something you used to reach for is no longer there. And then slowly something else comes in to fill that space. Clarity. You start moving faster because you are not constantly checking whether people are watching. You start going further because you are not stopping to explain every step. You start becoming the thing you described in those rooms when nobody believed you. Not because they changed their minds, because you stopped waiting for them to. That is the moment everything shifts. Not when the world finally sees you, when you stop needing it to. You are not someone who needs a full room of believers to take the next step. That was never who you were. They will not always understand you. Some of them never will. And on the other side of fully accepting that, something shifts. It stops feeling like a wound. It starts feeling like information that confirms something you have suspected for a long time. You are not confused. You are just early. The people understood by everyone have never gone anywhere everyone has not already been. Comfort is understood. Giving up is understood. Nobody questions the person who quit. But you. What you are building in the hours that go unrecorded. In the silence, they mistake for stillness. In the direction they keep insisting is the wrong one. That is not meant to be understood yet. It is meant to be done. You do not need their understanding. You never did. So let them never understand you. Let that be the thing that finally sets you free. Good. Now go build something they cannot ignore.